Hi-yo YouTube, my name is Dexter and welcome to this Friday special edition of Warframe, where I am going to be doing the sortie. Yesterday's sortie. It resets in, like it says there, 2 hours, so it resets at around 1 o'clock every day for me, so yeah, we're going to do this one. There are 3 tiered missions that have special modifiers in between. You can switch your loadouts in between each one, or each mission, but they all have a special modifier. Like this one that I'm doing is a mobile defense where enemies take reduced physical damage. They're also against a specific faction. This one is against Grenier. Whatever it says, whoever's forces up here is what you're going to be fighting and where you're going to be kind of taking, or where the sortie is going to be taking place in. This is against Tilregor, so he's Grenier. We're fighting against the Grenier today. And it's gonna be fun. I'm playing Limbo for the first mission because he makes this easy mode. Limbo makes any defense mission, as long as it's not against Corpus. Doesn't matter what kind of defense mission. It could be tower defense, it could be... or not tower defense, it could be regular defense, mobile defense, excavation, the... oh, what's it called there? What is it? The interception, that's what it's called. Interception. Doesn't matter what it is. Limbo makes it easy mode. Because he has two abilities that, well, I mean, all of his abilities. All of his abilities manipulate a special plane that that only he exists in, basically. That he can throw enemies into, called the Rift. And you get in and out of the Rift by yourself, normally, as Limbo, by hitting the Shift button. Every time you roll, Limbo doesn't roll. Every time you hit the roll button, Limbo enters and leaves the Rift. Enemies outside the Rift cannot interact with me, nor can I interact with anything in the opposite, or anything in opposite planes cannot interact with each other. So that guy over there, this guy right here, I can't do anything to him, but he also can't hurt me. But there are ways to work around that. I have my 2 button, which will stop time, which is what I'm going to be using to get through this. I did that backwards. Whoops. Alright, let's do it again. My 2 button and my 4 button are what I'm going to be using this entire mission. My 4 button creates a giant pocket of the Rift. Or opens up a giant pocket into the Rift. Anything that walks into it is now in the Rift, and I don't have to worry about it. My 2 button, for some reason or another, rollerballs are immune to it, but my 2 button stops time inside the Rift. It doesn't work with melee weapons or abilities. Stasis does not stop time for melee weapons, but it will stop everything else. Or not melee weapons. Yeah, it won't stop melee weapons and it won't stop abilities, but anything else will not move at all. Like, I'll show you. I'll shoot my gun. Oh, wait. Normally there are pellets that show up. Okay, I guess it's just not doing it today. Gotcha. Normally, pellets do show up in it. See, these will start moving as soon as the stasis effect ends. But, as long as it's active, those bullets are not going to move. Nor is anything going to be able to move inside my bubble.
Area completed.
Give me this, and I'm out. This is how Limbo makes everything easy mode. Limbo makes any defense any defense-oriented mission you want to do super, super trivial, as long as it's not against the Corpus. The Corpus nullifiers will destroy that bubble, no matter where they are. As soon as their bubble touches my bubble, it breaks. And it shuts off my Cataclysm, which is what my 4 button is called, and it's just not a good time. It's not a good time had by me. The one thing I do have on Limbo that makes it really easy for me to keep this going is a mod called Cataclysmic Continuum, where Cataclysm has its duration increased by 2 seconds every time I get a kill on something that's inside the Rift. So these rollerballs, these units that are running at me, anytime any of them die inside the Rift, whether or not they were there at initial cast, will be stopped, and then I will get bonus duration on my giant bubble here for however many I kill inside the bubble. It doesn't affect rollerballs on it. I don't know why. It affects literally everything else, but not rollerballs. I love Limbo. Nobody likes playing with a Limbo on anything outside of a sortie, but I love him. He's one of my favorite frames just because he's a goof. You really can just fuck with people all the livelong day. Because while you're in the Rift, like I said, you're untouchable by anything outside of the Rift. It's ridiculous. Unless you're using abilities, then you can get hurt. A very common pairing for any defense, high-level defense mission is Limbo and Mesa. Because Limbo will make enemies stop moving, Mesa won't be able to be hurt, but Mesa's 4 button will still deal a ton of damage. Alright, so I'm just going to zoom in and out of the Rift real quick. The other part of the Rift is, while I'm in it, I get energy regen. So, you don't really need efficiency on Limbo if you have a long enough duration, because while you're in the Rift, you passively regenerate, I think, 1 energy per second, and it stacks with anything else that will regen energy for you, like my energizing dash that I keep using. It's just, he's phenomenal. There's nothing Limbo, on defense, there's nothing Limbo can't do. The only thing he can't do is make people happy, or he can't please people who don't like Limbo. That is the one thing he is incapable of. I also kind of wish that when enemies walk into the Rift bubble, I kind of wish they didn't just stop immediately. I kind of wish it was like a gradual slowing effect. Because I can't really hurt anybody on the outside of my bubble, and I don't want to walk out of my bubble to actually do anything to them. It says that there's a Cephalon fragment nearby. I want to find it. Oh, it's outside my bubble, never mind. I don't really care that much then. So I'm going to hit that, I'm going to pop it again real quick. Hopefully, yeah, there we go. Excellent. The time stop won't last long enough, but my bubble will at the very least. There we go. That is one thing I like about Limbo. If you cast an ability, you can disable it by hitting the button again. If they're all duration-based, they're not channeled at any capacity. It's just, if you want to reset and refresh your time stop, all you have to do is hit the 2 button again. Yeah, you gotta hit it once to start it, and then you hit the 2 button again to cancel it, and then the 2 button a 3rd time to start it back up again. It does cost energy every time you do it, but as long as you're killing people inside the Rift, you get 10 energy back per kill. Alright, time to leave. But that's how Limbo does. That's how Limbo do, baby. Limbo just makes everything easy mode. I could sit in front of these guys all day and they wouldn't be able to hurt me, because nothing in this game beyond a 10-0 actually has abilities to cast. And, okay, I was just taking a guess. I don't know why my little, whatever it's called there, the waypoint marker wasn't moving with me. But there we go. There's the first part of the sortie done. Second part is Spy, and Spy's super chill, as long as it's the one that I'm thinking it is. It said Earth, I believe, so I shouldn't be in too much danger. I'll just play Loki and just wait out a bunch of energy, or wait for a bunch of energy to, or wait for my energy to regen outside of any major place that I have to go to. And I don't know why it keeps dropping down to 30 frames every time I come back to my orbiter. I think I have an idea. I've got a rough idea as to why it does that, but I don't know for certain. I shouldn't be bringing a Tigress, admittedly. I should be bringing something that's a lot quieter and a lot more deadly, like where is it? Where is my Paris Prime? I've gone past it like 4 times, I know I have. Oh, there it is. I'm looking for a giant, like, spaghetti noodle, or not spaghetti noodle, I'm looking for a giant, like, shield thing that's made of, or a bow that's made out of shields. Bringing my Ballistica, and every melee weapon in this game is silent, so it doesn't really matter that I'm keeping with my Sylvan Aegis. So, we're gonna go press onward into a spy mission on Earth. Hey, a Night Extract's available. Cool. Yeah, augmented enemy armor. I don't plan on hitting anybody, so it doesn't really matter. There's no downside to this mission. I don't plan on hitting anybody, so it doesn't matter what they have for augmented armor or damage mitigation in any capacity. Excuse me, any capacity, because I am not going to hit them. You don't really get to be super sneaky by slapping everybody that you see. Well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Stealth doesn't really involve hitting people, unless you're Rhino. Rhino is the best stealth frame. So I'm just gonna regen some energy here. I don't know if anybody is aware, but Loki's pretty strong for, I don't want to say all the wrong reasons, but I'm gonna say all the wrong reasons. He is super, he's got the fastest sprint speed. I believe I've scanned all this. Yep. He's got the fastest sprint speed, fastest parkour speed, I think, as well. Oh, wait, no, that's Mirage. Loki's passive is kind of weird, but what Loki's abilities do are all... None of it is combat-oriented, but they have a ton of combat applications. I can turn invisible once every, like, 20 seconds on a... or 25 seconds. My build, I haven't quite gone for full efficiency, or full duration. I've got the ability to put down a decoy. I can switch places with any enemy or ally that I want. And my last button steals everything, or steals weapons from everybody. Oh, I thought it was right in front of me. Okay. So, this shouldn't be too hard to do, I don't think. The only thing that's going to give me trouble is this little doodad here, that little robot in front of me. Go! And I just slide in under there. I think I could have gone in from the right side, but I'm not going to bother trying. I'll just stay down here for a little bit, get a little bit more energy back, and just wait for my invisibility to wear off so I can trigger it again. Unlike Limbo, I can't cancel this anytime I want to. I have to wait for it to wear off before I can cast it again. So, kind of sucks. I'll break that real quick, and I'll just sneak my way inside. I've been wanting to do a sortie on my Friday specials for a long time now, but none of the sorties that I actually like, or none of the sorties that are basically, none of the sorties on the day that I'm recording are actually, like, time, or not, they're very time consuming and very, very slow and make for a huge file upload. Which, unfortunately for me, since I live in the middle of a forest, the upload speed is a little slower than what I think it should be. It takes me around 2 to 3 hours to upload a file of a gigabyte, or 2 or 3 hours to upload a file bigger than like 3 gigabytes, which I'm not a fan of. That doesn't make me feel too good. But that's neither here nor there. And oh, I like this room. I really enjoy this room. This is one of my favorite Earth spy rooms. I'm pretty sure all the spy rooms on Earth are all the same. They're just in different orientations. Wait, no. There is one that I'm not really looking forward to trying to open or get through, but I have to. I don't know if it's the only one that's available here, though, or not. I know I want to go up here, though. Okay, there isn't anybody up here. Good. But the Earth spy, it's pretty easy. I don't want to say... I don't mean to say easy, it's pretty chill. If you know what you're doing, every spy, if you know what you're doing, is super easy and super relaxing. And it just comes with practice. Never mind the fact that I just fucked up trying to open this gate. Oh boy, ceramic dagger blueprint. The other thing that I'm kind of mildly disappointed in is that the new update, the Beasts of the Sanctuary update, is supposed to be launching sometime today. And if it doesn't launch within the next couple of hours, if it doesn't launch basically before 1 o'clock, I'll be uploading this video instead of me uploading whatever I'd be doing in the Beasts of the Sanctuary, which is just like a time attack survival mode, and I'm really looking forward to it. I've been looking forward to it since they announced it, because I want to get those peculiar mods. That's what they're called. They're not just odd mods, they're called peculiars. And all they do are add cosmetic effects to weapons. They're completely free to earn, and they don't have any combat, what's what I'm looking for? They don't change any stats on your weapons, they just make things look funny. There was one that they showed off, one that Digital Extreme showed off a couple weeks ago on a dev stream, I think it was, where crits will make flowers sprout out of targets that you hit. They were talking about one called Coyote that they said was inspired by Looney Tunes, namely Wile E. Coyote, and the way it works is the way it's supposed to work, if you can kill someone with an impact proc, it'll have a special effect, but they couldn't get that one to work. It was very unstable when they were trying it, so they didn't get to show it off at all. And I was disappointed, because I wanted to see what Coyote did. I'm assuming if you kill them with an impact proc, it'll drop an anvil on them. I'm assuming that's what it does. But during the dev stream, someone asked if the peculiar mods have a point. No. They don't. They're just for fun. They, by Digital Extreme's own admission, the peculiar mods don't have a point for existing. They're just there to exist. It sounds pretty funny, and I can't wait to try them all out. I can't wait to get them all. They did talk last night on a primetime stream about a couple of the rewards, I guess you'd call them, from the whatever it is, from the Sanctuary Onslaught, the time attack survival mission, and it sounds like a lot of fun. Assault rifle only. Unfortunately, my bow does not count as an assault rifle, but I'm not going to use it even if I do take an assault rifle, so it doesn't really matter. I don't know why they wouldn't just let me load out with an assault, or load out with my bow. I'll take my Opticore. Like I said, I don't plan on using it, but if I do, I'll be able to one-shot people, hopefully. I hopefully will be able to one-shot them. Don't quote me on that. But, rescue. On Sedna. Okay, yeah, it's pretty straightforward rescue. The two kinds of rescue that I dread doing because I don't... One, I know how to do, it's just kind of time-consuming and I don't enjoy it, is on Lua, Moon Rescue. I don't like that one nearly as much as the rest of them. And the other one that I hate doing because I can't figure it out. People keep telling me how to do it and I don't remember how it's supposed to be done, is on the Kuva Fortress. Alright, so we're just gonna go. So the whole point here is that I'm supposed to get to a guy, bust him out of jail, and take him to extraction. I should have brought a silent weapon. I don't think I have a silent weapon, but I should have brought one. Okay, I can one-shot people. Good to know. The Opticore, unless you can't, or if you didn't see, is a Spartan laser. That's what it is. It's the Spartan laser. You look at a dude, you charge up the weapon, and then you fire, and they die. In a huge, well, not a huge blast radius, but a pretty sizable explosion. I have a Riven for it, which Rivens are just special mods for, specifically for, or for a specific weapon. There we go. Words are kind of not working with me today. The Riven mods, oh god, invisibility's about to wear off, that's why I'm running away. Riven mods are mods for a specific weapon. Basically, the more popular a weapon is, dictates the strength of a Riven mod for that weapon. And the stats that you'll get on a Riven are completely random. They can be re-rolled with a new resource introduced... with a new resource introduced a while ago called Kuva. But you can't change they call it Riven disposition. You can't change how potent a Riven will be for a weapon. If you have an Opticore Riven, it'll have within a specific range of stats that it could potentially be used for. Hey, cool, I found him immediately. Alright, so we're just gonna leave. Every spy mission that, or not spy, every rescue mission that you do has a quick way into the prison cell, which doesn't involve you murdering anybody on the way there. I do not have an extra gun right now. I believe you're Megan? I believe that's Megan's voice. I believe Megan did the voice acting for the, I forget Megan's last name, but she's one of the, one of the faces of Digital Extremes, one of the lead developers. I just don't remember, or not developer, but she's part of the Digital Extremes team. A lot of characters in this game are voiced by members of Digital Extremes staff because I feel like it was just cheaper than actually hiring real voice actors. But they do a decent job. They do a really good job. So there we go. Oh boy, an affinity booster. So yeah, at the end of every sortie that you complete, you get a randomly selected item ranging from a bronze drop of like an Anasa sculpture to a really rare drop, like one that I got a few days ago that I've already used, a primed fusion core. The drop table is viewable in the sortie, so I got a silver drop. I got a 3-day booster. I got a random 3-day booster. You can get credit booster, resource drop chance, or affinity booster, and they're all pretty useful. But I got a legendary core a few weeks ago, and I was really happy about it. I was ecstatic. It's the first one I've ever gotten. I was kind of hoping for maybe something in this range, but I'm happy with a 3-day booster. I also would have taken 6,000 Kuva. Really, I would have taken anything that they'd given me. But the Affinity booster is definitely definitely something that I will take. But there we go. That's a sortie. That's a super simple sortie. Just super chill, super relaxing, nothing to worry about sortie. But I hope you all enjoyed this. For those of you who are new, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. But if not, to carry on your merry way. But for the rest of you ramblers, I will catch you on next week, rather. Not on the next episode. I'll catch you next week with another Friday special. And I'm going. Bye, everybody. It's been a ton of fun.